a criminal mastermind, or a grieving mother? Listen, we are not talking about anyone else apart from Shelley Wayne. But before we get too far, who is Shelley Wayne from Blue Bloods, and why does she look so familiar? Let's find out. As a grieving mother, Shelley Wayne is first introduced on a Season 7 episode of Blue Bloods. Why? She is angry that the murder of her son Charles hasn't been solved. And how does she let everyone know this? She lashes out at Commissioner Frank Reagan over the NYPD's investigation.
His name was Charles Wayne, and he was just 16, and he's not just a statistic to me.
And how does the investigator respond? Frank is sympathetic, having long ago lost his own child, Joe. The commissioner then discovers that Charles was unintentionally shot by someone already incarcerated. However, Shelley is still angry that the police ignore her group of grieving mothers. Will Shelley Wayne ever forgive the NYPD? Will she get a revenge? Thankfully, Season 8 gives us the answers to our questions. During Season 8, Shelley comes to Frank over the suspicious death of a Rikers Island inmate. Frank does discover that the prisoner, Teresa Hill, was most likely murdered, but Shelley also gets herself arrested at the prison in the process of accusing the NYPD of corruption and a cover-up. This is Shelley Wayne's final appearance in Blue Bloods. So with all the pain, do you know why Shelley Wayne looks so familiar? There are likely tons of reasons why you haven't thought of, and the first one is because she plays Sylvia in Inside Man. Did you know that Cassandra Freeman's first screen credit was for a short film called The Things We Do for Love in 2001. But her big break came 5 years later in the 2006 Spike Lee film Inside Man, where she played the role of Officer Sylvia. Oh, you don't know who Sylvia is? Let me tell you. She's a small but mighty police officer who is also the girlfriend of Detective Keith Frazier, played by Denzel Washington. And although Detective Frazier loves her, he tells the bank robber Dalton Russell, played by Clive Owen, that he doesn't have enough money to marry her. But in the end, it seems that Detective Frazier will have enough money to marry her after all, thanks to a little diamond he found in his pocket. But you know how she landed the role. According to Story and Rain, Freeman auditioned for Spike Lee himself and thought she had blown it. But to her surprise, she was hired for the film and later called the experience of working with Lee and Washington a masterclass in acting and filmmaking. How cool is that? Now listen, the next season might even make you go crazy. But honestly, did you ever know that Freeman also plays Jennifer in I Think I Love My Wife? Yes, you heard that just right. As you might be all aware, Inside Man was just the beginning for Cassandra Freeman, as she landed a role in the hilarious 2007 dramedy I Think I Love My Wife. Chris Rock stars as Richard, a man who starts to feel a little too tempted by another woman, Nikki True, played by Kerry Washington, while his wife Brenda, Gina Torres, is around. As if that's not enough, Freeman plays Jennifer, Brenda's trusty BFF, who becomes her emotional rock during the rocky times. But have you ever been in a relationship where you felt tempted by someone else? Freeman sure can relate, telling the San Francisco Examiner, who hasn't been there, am I right? Unfortunately, the film didn't connect as well as hoped with audiences, but Freeman kept pushing forward in her acting career with film, stage, and television projects. Can you blame her? And while you ponder about that, how about this next reason for her familiarity? That she's hilarious as boutique employee Morgan on Single Ladies. Did you know that Cassandra Freeman played the hilarious Morgan on VH1's Single Ladies? Not only was she a single mom, but she also had a talent for speaking her mind in the most awkward of situations. But don't just take my word for it. Freeman herself said in an interview with Hello Beautiful that she's a comedian at heart, and that's one of the reasons why the producers brought her in. Why? Probably it's because they wanted more laughter. Hold on, it gets even better. Morgan gets married in the Season 3 premiere of the drama, ending her single status. But wait, where did she go in Season 4? Did she and her husband have a messy divorce? The world may never know. The next reason even makes it juicier. If you want to know why, it's because the actress plays a Juneteenth party hostess on Atlanta. Are you ready for a wild ride into the world of Atlanta?
I'm glad you came. I know we haven't known each other for a long time, but I mean it when I say.
Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to dive into the life of wealthy party host Monique, played by the talented Cassandra Freeman. In the episode Juneteenth, Van and Ern attend a Juneteenth holiday gathering. But wait, what's this?
What kind of business you in?
Music management.
Yes.
Van is unemployed and asks Ern to pretend to be her husband at the party so Monique can help her make connections. Sound like a plan, right? Wrong. Monique's white husband Craig turns out to have an obsession with African-American culture that makes Ern feel uncomfortable. But it gets even better.
Vanessa, you must be in stitches every day.
Married to such a funny man.
Monique later reveals to Van that she knows Craig's fixation is ridiculous, but she tolerates it because of her upper-class status. Freeman's performance captures both Monique's resignation from her role in Craig's life, as well as her snobbery. And if that wasn't enough, her treatment of her servants also bothers an increasingly drunk Van.
You did good. You married right, huh?
When two valets recognize Ern as Paperboy's manager, Monique is disgusted at the association with his rapper cousin. The snobby host even asks Ern if he plans to shoot up the party. Wow, talk about a party foul.
Ow. No, go. If you want more food, Ramon will bring you a to-go plate outside.
Ern.
Okay, goodbye.
Ern gets furious and denounces the party and the inherent hypocrisy of his hosts. In the end, Ern and Van leave the Juneteenth gathering and Monique's company for good.
Oh, honey, let's go say hello to something.
Nah, I'm sorry.
But don't take my word for it. Check out the episode for yourself and see what you think. Did you know that Cassandra Freeman once starred in the short-lived TV sensation The Enemy Within? It's true.
He's in D.C. now and could be trying to pass the intel while he's here, so we need eyes on him in case he does.
She played the hilarious and witty Jacqueline Pettigrew, an FBI training instructor who joins a team trying to stop a Russian terrorist. But don't just take our word for it. Freeman herself said she would say she sort of liked the fun and wit of the show.
Taps Gordon's phone, they get nothing.
Right. All right, let's pull back. I'm gonna call Keaton right now.
Can you believe that Jennifer Carpenter, aka former CIA Deputy Director Erica J. Shepard, was a prisoner in the show after betraying her country for her daughter? And get this, the FBI agent who arrested her, played by Morris Chestnut, ends up recruiting her to stop the terrorist.
Pettigrew uncovering just in case. So we have a crowded party at a private residence. Surveillance is gonna be tough.
Talk about a plot twist. Unfortunately, The Enemy Within got the axe thanks to poor ratings after just one season on the air. Who knew the world wasn't ready for such a witty and action-packed show? And lastly, perhaps she's familiar because she's the new Vivian on Bel-Air.
Why don't you go with the shrimp po' boy?
Mom, I don't go to your college and tell you how to teach.
I'm not telling you what to do.
Can you believe it? She's going to play Aunt Viv in the new Bel-Air show. It's like winning the lottery of acting roles, but she was a little intimidated at first. I mean, who wouldn't be?
I tried to explain to him that what him and his boy did set me off, and I did what I had to do.
Like when you pulled a gun on a drug dealer.
It's a huge opportunity for her. But here's the thing. The character Vivian Banks is not just a retired artist and a powerful family matriarch like the original Aunt Viv.
You almost ruined your entire life because you did what you had to do.
She's also questioning whether she puts her family over herself too often. Can she get back in touch with the part of herself that was fearless and ambitious? That's the question that everyone should be asking now. All in all, she feels very humbled by the whole experience and hopes people feel the love that they're cooking up when the series is released. What are your thoughts about her familiarity with Blue Bloods anyway? Please like, share, and subscribe to our video channel for more. See you in the next one.